everybody? Welcome to the S.C.Y Lounge, and this is Piggyskin Picks, where I pick the winners and losers of the upcoming NFL week. And boys and girls, last week, week number 3, 10 out of 16 in the pick'ems. Not that great, 62.5%. A little bit irritated that some of those games didn't go the way it should have, but hey, it happens. But thankfully, we made up for it in the gambling. 50%, made a bit of profit, so we're good to go for week number 4. And boys and girls, what a great way to start week number 4 with Thursday Night Football. Philadelphia Eagles versus Green Bay Packers. Finally, a game that's not going to be complete ass. Now, I think both quarterbacks are fantastic. I think weapons offensively are both pretty solid. But I think the one distinction for this game is going to come down to defense. And I think Philadelphia is on the weaker side of this. So Green Bay Packers, I believe, will come out with the win here. And this is kind of frustrating if you're a Philadelphia Eagles fan, because you see the offense doing relatively well. Wentz is still fucking killing it out there. He's a general. But your defense is absolutely piss poor. And I don't know, maybe the loss at home against Detroit is a wake-up call for Philadelphia, but you're going into Lambeau Field against a defense that has gotten consistently better these last 3 weeks, and you have Aaron Rodgers, who's kind of in a little bit of a hump right now, but he's Aaron Rodgers. He'll probably rip that defense's asshole apart. So, Packers with the win there. Now, boys and girls, the Tennessee Titans versus the Atlanta Falcons. I'm going to pick Atlanta, but let me go ahead and just lay this out there. Tennessee and Atlanta are the two most mediocre teams in the NFL right now. I think both teams are bang average at quarterback. You got great weapons, skilled players, running backs, whatever. But defensively, both teams are kind of. Is there anything really positive that we could speak of both defense? I mean, they're all right, but and really the record kind of reflects what they are. I think they're just bang average, both really mediocre, but low scoring game. I think Atlanta comes out of this one alive. And, oh, God. Bless y'all who are actually going to watch that fucking game. Because, Christ, I'm not going to fucking do that shit. The Cleveland Browns versus Baltimore Ravens. Boys and girls, the Baltimore Ravens will probably win this one easily at home and give Freddie Kitchens and Baker Mayfield a nightmare day in Maryland. I don't really know. At this point, with Freddie Kitchens, I was one of those people the first 2 weeks. I defended this guy. I said, I think this is all right. He, as in Baker needs some level of stability in the head coaching position. But to be quite honest, Baker's second year, kind of in a slump. And I admit that as a Baker fan. But you need a guy, you need a head coach who can elevate Baker, right? Help Baker out. Second year. This is a guy who's gonna get better, but I think he just needs better pieces around him. But that's my whole Browns diatribe. Freddie Kitchens is gonna get butt fucked. Baker Mayfield just might get ruined with interceptions. I'm not even fucking sure what the hell's gonna happen in this game in terms of how the quarterback will play. But I'll tell you one thing: Lamar Jackson has been absolutely impressive. I think this kid is just really proving the doubters wrong, and I think this game he'll show for it again. I mean, Myles Garrett is gonna try to destroy Lamar Jackson, but I think Baltimore comes out with the win here. And Browns, something's got to be done about Freddie Kitchens, right? I don't know. But boys and girls, we move on to the next game, the New England Patriots versus the Buffalo Bills. Now, I'm going to select the Patriots, but also say this. I think Buffalo is going to give New England a fucking headache. I think this game is going to be a lot closer than a lot of people would think, and don't be surprised, boys and girls, if Tom Brady is a little bit uncomfortable in Buffalo, because I'm telling you, Buffalo's defense has gotten better. Josh Allen can do work, but yes, that New England, their defense hasn't really gone up with a team necessarily within the last 3 weeks. So this is going to be a good test for both New England's defense and Buffalo's offense. So interestingly enough, again, I think this is going to be a really close game, but New England will probably pull away with it in the third or fourth quarter. Now, boys and girls, moving on to the next game. The Kansas City Chiefs versus Detroit Lions. Two undefeated teams. But I'm going to go ahead and pick the Kansas City Chiefs to get a win here. And yeah, Detroit being an unbeaten team is kind of an odd statement, but there it is, 2-0-1. They tied the first game with Arizona, which they should have never tied in the first place. They should be 3-0 by all means. But Lions are going to Lions. And again, there has been some decent showing on the offensive side of the field for the Detroit Lions, but you're going against Patrick Mahomes. I don't really need to say anything else, do I? It's Patrick fucking Mahomes. He's going to do some real nasty shit. That's what Patrick Mahomes does. And now moving on to the next game, boys and girls, the Carolina Panthers versus the Houston Texans. I'm going to go with the Texans. And also say this. Carolina's quarterback, Allen, is pretty impressive. He threw 4 touchdowns last week. Granted, it was against the Cardinals team, which on a decent day, their defense will show up. But again, new quarterback. Not a lot is going to be known about him, but I think Houston can pull out with the win here, just on the shoulders of Deshaun Watson. And hopefully, you fucking Houston fans can recognize that, hey, or fans and GMs, whoever the fuck is the decision maker there, has to realize that Deshaun needs protection. He needs an offensive line so he can do his fucking job. But Houston will probably win this one. Way too close to anyone's liking. Now, the Oakland Raiders head to Indianapolis to face the Colts. And here's the thing. I think the Colts are going to win this. Not easily, but probably at a moderate pace, doing all right. Oakland, I told you at the beginning of this season, I said you were going to win that week 1 game, and there's going to be a lot of losses after that. This was what, before AB? Yeah, before AB went to the Patriots, but I'm just saying, this was kind of expected for Oakland. Like, you guys were going to lose. You're in the tank bowl now, okay? So, there you go, Oakland. And I know a lot of Oakland fans are probably going to get their fucking panties in a bunch, especially the fact that I live in Las Vegas, but the reality is, Indianapolis is better than you. Flat out. Like, they are better than you. The pieces they have, each and every step of the fucking, system. They're better than you. Head coaching, offensive line, quarterback, to be quite honest. Some of the fucking skill players that you got there. Defense. Oakland, you can't even fucking hold a candle to Indianapolis. Sorry. But Indy will win this. Probably a blowout. I'm going to just say a blowout. There you go. Indianapolis with a blowout win. Now, oh God, the Chargers versus Miami. What the fuck? Chargers are going to win this, but what the fuck, Miami? You have a fucking bye week in week 5? You can do anything? Get the fuck out of here, you goddamn college-level motherfuckers. Get the fuck out of the NFL, you fucking losers. And you goddamn Miami fans. Oh, God. Yeah, I hope Dan Marino just... I have nothing to say to Miami Dolphins fans. Like, all I'm going to say is Dan Marino. Because that's the only good thing that really came out of the organization. Probably Don Shula too, but yikes. Yikes, Miami. Just get the fuck out of here. Go to college. You don't fucking belong in the NFL. You fucking tanking, worthless motherfuckers. All right. Enough angst. That's just me being a fucking cunt. Anyways, boys and girls, the Washington Redskins versus the New York Giants. The New York Football Giants, led by Daniel Jones, will win this game at MetLife Stadium. Boy, oh boy, I was wrong about that fucking Tampa Bay game. I really thought Tampa Bay was going to win. But yeah, not a lot of people are going to have fucking tapes or any awareness of how Daniel Jones is going to do. I think he's going to have another phenomenal game. As for Washington, hey, at least Giants defense is utter garbage, okay? So you can take care of that shit. So fantasy owners, hey, Case Keenum will throw fucking like 15 fucking interceptions, but probably get a couple of touchdowns in there to offset the points. Right, boys and girls? Hey! So, Giants with the win there. Now, boys and girls, moving on to the next game, the Seattle Seahawks versus Arizona Cardinals. I'm going to go with the Seahawks win, but also say this. The Seattle Seahawks tend to do things really arrogantly like we saw in week motherfucking 3. And I think Seattle comes out with the win, but it's going to be way closer than anybody needs it to be. Really. Even as a fan, like, I'm sitting here fucking sweating at the fact that, oh my God, we got to go to Arizona and face Arizona, who, I swear to God, they can pull magic bullshit out of their ass at that stadium. So, probably on the over. Seattle wins by a field goal or less. And this fan here is probably going to have a fucking aneurysm. Come on, Seattle. You got to do the right thing. You were supposed to be 3-0. Fuck. To be fair, I mean, our defense is trash at times, right? Especially our secondary. Just that safety is just a fucking... All right, before I get into another fucking rant here, let's move on to the next game. Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the LA Rams. The Rams are going to win that one easy. I don't fucking care about that one. That one's just fucking dumb. Minnesota versus Chicago. I'm going to pick Chicago and give you this. I don't know who says it, but Chicago is a what? Above 500 team, right? And Kirk Cousins tend to not do well against over 500 quarterbacks or teams. So he's probably going to lose. And probably get manhandled by that Chicago defense, which is... Damn, they're still on it. They are fucking carrying that team to relevance and wins because Mitch Trubisky isn't doing it for you. Sorry. I don't really care. You know, he got so many fucking touchdowns on Monday Night Football against the fucking Redskins. But Mitch Trubisky against an actual defense might not do so well, but defense probably will carry this team to a win. So Chicago with the win there, boys and girls. Jacksonville versus Denver Broncos. Duval with the win here, led by Gardner Minshew and the defense, who, by the way, won't have Jalen Ramsey, not practicing this week. Probably going to get fucking traded within the next week or two. But I got to say, Gardner Minshew has been absolutely impressive. And as for Denver, what the fuck is going on, dude? What the actual fuck is this team? Garbage. Wow, and I get it. The Bears game should have been your win. I'm on board with that. But you're still relying on Joe Flacco to get you wins. Like, what are you doing? It's not going to work. Put in Drew Lock. Just saying. Just fucking saying. Jacksonville with the win there. Now, Sunday Night Football, Dallas Cowboys versus New Orleans Saints. This was a difficult one. I really thought this game was going to be very interesting if Breeze was there. But even without Breeze there, and as we saw last week against the Seattle Seahawks, the Saints can still play away. So I really debated this one for at least 10, 20 minutes. Looking at the numbers, looking at all the stuff. I'm still going to go with Dallas, but New Orleans is going to make this really, really, really close. Teddy Bridgewater is a pretty fine player, if you ask me. Kamara is just going to do Pro Bowl level shit. That's just Alvin Kamara for you. And so, with all that said, I still think Dallas comes out with the win. You got an immensely well-balanced team in Dallas. And granted, Dak is just Dak. He's not going to be your superstar Patrick Mahomes, 5 fucking touchdowns in one game. No, he's a consistent quarterback that's going to get your team through the games. And I think, really, you're going to see that on full display here. And Dallas getting the win, getting a hard-fought win, and probably going to be 4-0 after this game. So let's move on to the next game here. The last game, Monday Night Football, Cincinnati versus Pittsburgh. I'm going to go with Pittsburgh, but, isn't it curious? Isn't it curious that Cincinnati, relatively speaking, they can still score. But they might get fucked. I think Cincinnati just might get fucked hard. Because this is a Pittsburgh team 0-3, just completely down on their luck, and they need a punching bag. And there's Cincinnati right on their doorstep. So, boys and girls, that's your picks for for week number 4. Let's go through them one last time. Green Bay, Atlanta Falcons, Baltimore Ravens, New England Patriots, Kansas City Chiefs, Houston Texans, Indianapolis Colts, Los Angeles Chargers, New York Jets, Seattle Seahawks, Los Angeles Rams, Chicago Bears, Jacksonville, Dallas Cowboys, and the Pittsburgh Steelers. So there you have it, boys and girls. Those are my picks for week number 4 here on Piggyskin Picks. Boys and girls, follow me at the Sky Lounge and all the links in the description below. Like, comment, subscribe for more daily content. Now fuck off.